Hey, this is Bobby Brown, and you're watching Rewind That for the Bobby Brown story.
Welcome to Rewind That, the Bobby Brown story. I'm Melissa Goss.
And I'm Sandy McCree.
I'm Gabrielle Dennis.
And the conversation continues. And it's been a mighty, mighty heated one. Guys, thank you for your comments and your thoughts on Twitter, Instagram about night one, and now night two. Oh my God.
We're diving deep into this recap, so it's a hard one.
Night two is definitely a different feel from night one. You know, talking to Bobby about like in his drug state, how like drugs make him very paranoid. You know, we see that in that first scene with like on the tour bus, and just imagining Whitney while filing her nails is like holding a knife and wanting to kill him, and like he has a gun. This isn't like scripted make-believe. This is something that happened in his real life. But it's so funny how like when night two starts, it's pretty like intense. And you know we're about to go on a ride. The scene where Bobby has a stroke, it's like, oh, that was a very difficult scene. Yeah, it was difficult to watch and to be a part of, in the sense of like I had to take myself out of it as a spectator,
right? Because
I'm in it and not supposed to be knowing what's going on. For those of you that may not know, like Bobby would come to set. Some days were easier than others. This was definitely a scene that was hard for him to get through. But so by the time he had come to set, we had already kind of worked out a lot of the choreography and things like that. And he was just kind of like, yo, like you were giving me Whitney all everywhere right now. And he was just stating that the only thing that he really was like, you gotta bend down and put your finger in front of my nose to see if I'm breathing. He said, I remember her doing that. They always messed around with each other and like.
Or she thought he was dead this time.
No, she knew he was alive. She checked, he's breathing. That's what she's like, oh, you just playing. Then when she's finally in her full, you know, awareness and is in that hospital, it's just like, oh my gosh, this has to change.
Bobby, we gotta stop doing this. Baby, we gotta do better. Not just for Chrissy, baby, but for us.
Oh, where should we even start, huh, Bobby? Huh? You done cheated on me I don't even know how many times.
Hold up, so I'm the only one who cheated?
You have disrespected me over and over again. You have embarrassed me. Not to mention, the hundreds of thousands of dollars that you...
Hold up!
But how was that scene? Because that struck a little chord for me.
There was a lot of bombs being dropped. That's like a real life conversation when you just digging at people. He bringing up back when you were booed, and you know, she talking about my mama said you wasn't this, and like just stuff like, whoa, we can't kind of turn, like once these things are said, they're said.
Night two it's like kind of heavy hitting, but he's growing up and he's getting hit with all this adversity. I mean, he's losing his mom.
This is night two. Like
this is night two.
Night one, he's already lost his best friend as a kid. He lost Bobby and Whitney lost their first child. Then he loses his brother-in-law. Lance, who plays Stevie, gets shot, and he gets shot at. Then you cut to night two. He's paranoid. He's in this deep drug state.
Losing self.
His parents are getting ill.
They're
out of nowhere, his mother. That scene. Oh my gosh, when he collapses. It's like, oh, like that's hard.
When you're hit with something like that, I can't imagine like what it's like to lose a parent, a child.
Bobby Christina, I think, hits us all so heavy. Like the restaurant scene we had with the like kind of visitation situation. That was an interesting scene to shoot, because that scene made me mad. Like I was so irritated with Woody because he was giving me funkiness and I had to give it back, and it was just kind of like that day Whitney was on one, like she was completely like going in at the restaurant, and like
it's a thin line between love and hate.
A divorce gets very dark and very ugly and can get very, very fast.
These are the rules. Don't ask her anything about my personal business.
I don't care about your business.
Good. She don't need to know about yours either. Whatever you laying up with is of no concern to her.
Are you finished? Because I really want to spend some time with my daughter. I didn't come to see you.
First of all, before I get started, I need to say this. This is my mother-in-law. Forever and always. That's my mother-in-law in there. Amen.
There definitely looked like there was
she
a
kept
lot
jabbing.
going on.
Yeah, because even at the funeral, everyone has been saying, like, you know, the way she came in and the way she just kind of took ownership of her speech. And,
Of his mom's family.
Carol, that's my mom. She'll always be. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, she was. That was still, like, she kind of felt like I was here first. That's always, no matter what happened with Bobby's situation.
Yeah.
I'm still a Brown. I still love this family. Like, Carol doesn't mean any less to me now. That's because me and my ex-husband aren't together anymore.
Thank you so much for joining us for the Night 2 recap of Rewind That, the Bobby Brown story.
And keep posting your thoughts, your comments, and your questions at BET on Twitter and Instagram. And remember to hashtag Bobby Brown BET.
We hope you guys enjoyed our conversation for these past 2 nights and our movie as well, because we definitely enjoyed making it for you. So on behalf of Bobby Brown and the entire cast, sending you lots and lots of love. Have a good one.